What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the title was going down. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all seeing the title. I gotta call him out, y'all. I gotta call him out. Let's
the whole kit and caboodle. But RFK Jr. is scary to me because a lot of the things we've talked about, vaccinations, but we're also seeing a huge upticks of some health problems.
And I pray I'm not getting sick. I'm really praying I'm not getting sick. I apologize. You know, if my voice crack, anything like that, I apologize.
But we're also seeing a huge upticks of some health problems. We've had measles outbreaks in Texas, at least 22 children, 2 adults affected. The flu levels in the U.S. are higher than they've been in 15 years. And I have to believe some of that comes from the COVID vaccine being politicized and then people holding back on all vaccines because flu vaccines are also down almost by half among kids. Yeah. And Bill Gates was here. And he warned us we'll have another pandemic. And I remember asking him during commercial, what happened to the once in a lifetime pandemic? Because I thought we could check that box off.
But that's the thing, though. Like, my thing is they always want to say who is qualified, who not qualified, this, that, and the other. Bill Gates is qualified to give you that. What did she just say? I'm just confused.
And he warned us we'll have another pandemic. And
that you listen to Bill Gates about having another pandemic.
Remember asking.
I mean, it tells you everything, right?
During commercial, what happened to the once in a lifetime pandemic? Because I thought we could check that box off. And he was like, no, because there's a lot of things happening in regard to environmentally, people being more in touch in certain areas of the world with animals, which is where these viruses come from. And then he went on to say, and there's a high chance of bioterrorism. So he's like, there's a 10% chance in the next 4 years we could do 2020 all over again. So I think that's the part that's getting me.
But that's the thing. What is Bill Gates not qualified to tell you any of that? He's not a what do you call it? A vax something like that. I forgot. I don't even want to mess up the word it is. But who made Bill Gates? I'm looking at him. He not qualified for anything with health, is he? Am I tripping? That's what I'm saying. This video and the other video that I've seen when Bill Gates is on the view, what makes him to just, let's listen to Bill Gates.
You know, the pandemic leading into an RFK Jr., leading into all the numbers we're seeing, that's where I'm kind of concerned right now.
What about Tulsi Gabbard?
Well, look, both of them, and I think you can put Kash Patel and Hegseth into this basket as well, because there have been people
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr., honestly, I think first of all, I think they're amazing people. I'm gonna start off by saying that. I think they're amazing people, and I feel like, and I know for a fact, you know, obviously from what they've been saying, I know they're gonna do an amazing job. So
Trump has nominated that have gotten bipartisan support, like Marco Rubio, who got 99 votes. Yeah. You can disagree with him on policy, but you can't disagree that he's not qualified. And I think Tulsi Gabbard, RFK, Hegseth, Kash Patel, there's 2 things that I would look for, that I would hope would be in our government leaders. One is a fitness of character, a moral compass, and also qualifications, managerial experience, academic experience in their field. These people have neither. They're not morally fit to serve in that role, and they don't have any managerial experience or experience in that field.
Why do you think Trump picked them?
Because they're loyal. No, because there is one qualification that Donald Trump requires. Loyalty to him. 100%
which is
rubber stamps
ever reciprocated by the way.
Okay, so let me say something right quick, because they say this a lot. This isn't the first time they said this. If you were to go anywhere, you will want people to be, you know, obviously loyal, right? You want people to be loyal, you know, obviously to yourself, to the people that surround you, your family, others, you know, co-workers, America, you know what I mean? So when they saying this, they're not saying nothing. You know what I mean? Me personally, people can call me however they want to. I would want that. I would obviously want that on top of obviously what they do, you know, within their jobs and how good, you know, they're with their jobs. And that's just how I look at it. That's just one of the things that obviously should come with it. You know what I mean? It's so, and that's the thing with these ladies. they're so used to corruption, and they love it. They love the lies. They love to give out, fake news, this, that, and the other, that they can settle for that. They don't have to have people that's loyal. They don't care about none of that. I'm telling you, and it goes to show you. Another thing is, this has been planned for 3 minutes, and they're talking about these outbreaks and the measles and the flu, this, that, and the other. I was looking up, a couple things, and what I found was a lot of these outbreaks are in these migrant shelters. I seen a lot of these outbreaks, in the migrant shelters. I was looking it up, and I doing a little research myself, because every time I see little clips of, the women on The View saying, these different things, it throws me off. And Sarah Haynes, she said that it's up, 15 million people. She said something like that. And my thing is, it's kind of common sense. You know what I mean? It's common sense, just for the simple fact, it has been really bad with illegals, and if those numbers are rising within crime, within the flu, within all this stuff, I mean, that's common sense. But they're so sickening, especially toward, and that's what's crazy, that, they have audience that clap. I don't know if it's a fake audience, a real audience, I don't know what. And they got people that watch them. My thing is they don't even care about Americans. They don't care about America, because everything that they do, they constantly sit there and blame Americans for. They don't say anything about the illegals. I'm telling you, nothing.
So one pick who was confirmed that wasn't controversial and was nearly unanimously supported with a lot of bipartisan support was Brooke Rollins, who was a colleague of mine, has a deep background in policy, and is going to be the Secretary of Agriculture. That's a good one. I'm great with it. I supported Marco Rubio being. RFK is somebody I have a hard time understanding how conservatives came around to. He's somebody who has a lifelong record of much more liberal positions, but also dangerous public health positions. But Tulsi Gabbard...
See, and that's another thing, too. Alyssa, I always say that Alyssa has, some kind of common sense when it comes down to it. But my thing is, like I said, I think RFK Jr. and, Tulsi Gabbard is going to do an amazing job. From what I've been seeing, they've been doing an amazing job. And one thing about it, what I don't get is that now it's why did they pick, why did they go with RFK Jr.? Why did they, now it's that, you know what I mean? It gets to the point where it's like nothing that Trump does is going to make anybody happy that is against them. You know what I mean? They can't be real with themselves and be like, you know what? That's actually pretty cool. Him doing that. This should work out. This should go. They don't want that. Anybody that associates themselves with Trump, they want to bash and they want to hate on. It's crazy.
I have warned about from the outset. This is a woman who, the most charitable thing I could say is she lacked the judgment to not amplify Russian propaganda. She repeatedly shared things that were very explicitly Russian propaganda. Throughout her confirmation hearing, Russia Today, state media in the Kremlin, was supporting her and endorsing her. Edward Snowden, who I continue to be a traitor to this country, was actively supporting her on social media. Now, I talked to a four-star general and expressed my concerns about her overseeing our national intelligence apparatus. He did assure me that these, whether it's the CIA, ODNI, or the DIA, they are actually built in case a director gets in place that is dangerous and against the U.S.'s mission, and they can be compartmentalized out of information as to not potentially expose things to danger. That said, it is going to have impacts on our allies sharing intelligence with us. It simply will. And
what about her relationship with Assad? That was suspicious.
And as a Syrian American, we will never forgive her for showing up there when after he had gassed his own people and trying to basically whitewash his record. But that's not good. And at this critical moment with the Ukraine and Russia war, she is not the person I would want.
How do you think RFK is going to handle bird flu? Just run over the chickens and cook them or what? What is he going to do?
Leave them in Central Park?
I don't even know.
It's like they just ready to. I don't need the audience just clap. They just. I don't.
What is he going to do?
Leave them in Central Park.
I don't even know what to say. Like, we in trouble. Like, this is bad. Like, it's just.
So Sonny is sitting there talking about we in trouble, but I didn't hear none of that when Biden was in office. I didn't hear none of that. when he was falling down the steps, falling down the plane, going up, I said that wrong. Going up the plane, falling when Biden was when he fell off the bike, when he was stumbling across his work, I didn't hear we was in trouble. You know, I didn't hear none of that. I didn't hear we in trouble. But now it's all of a sudden, you know, Trump making great moves. He exposing this, exposing that, putting this out here, doing this, doing that. Now is we in trouble? That is insane to me, bro.
Like, I usually have something to say. I don't even know what to say. We're talking about RFK Jr., who's like, he definitely is an anti-vaxxer, being responsible for a $1.7 trillion agency. And one of the things that I'm most concerned about are those that are most vulnerable in our country, children and the elderly.
Right.
We know very well that the Republicans want to cut Medicare and Medicaid. Medicaid at this point, if it's scaled back, it's given 22 million Americans access to health care. Nearly 80 million Americans are enrolled in Medicaid. They're targeting the Affordable Care Act. The people that need health care the most are going to be affected. I'm just so disgusted and devastated. Like, we are in trouble.
Yep.
We are in trouble.
And it's so sad.
Bro, every time I look at Sonny, bro, I just get disgusted, bro. I just get disgusted. I'm not even over exaggerating, nothing like that. Like, I just get disgusted because I've never seen a person, bro, that is like that negative and that disgusting, you know, a person that just don't do nothing but feed out lies and BS, bro. Absolutely don't understand how these women can sit here and put out lies, bro. They don't do nothing but put out lies. And I'll tell you, I know y'all hate the view. I know y'all hate, you know, seeing them and stuff like that, but it's my job to call them out. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. It will be dropped 12 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure y'all stay tuned for it. Catch y'all next one.